The number one thing I see people that come to me for, when they have a really nice idea or whatever it is, the number one thing, and it's so common that I don't even check to see if it's true in each case. I just start lining up questions, and I start lining up the conversation to answer uh, this question, and that is, are they chasing a feeling, or do they actually have an idea? And so the difference between the two is, a feeling is just something that's blurry. It's just it's a way of communicating an emotion, something that's anchored in emotion for you, and it's in the the packaging of a certain place, smell, person, context, whatever it is. You know what it means to you, but no one else knows. And you need that context, person, place, or whatever have you, to be able to communicate that feeling, right, in a way that people can comprehend. And that's fantastic. I think that's the best thing. An idea should be an emotion, should be something that connects with people. So the other thing is, a full-on idea that's fully developed, right? That it knows what it is. It's been ran through simulations in the person's head, whoever was thinking about it. And what I mean by that is, he knows exactly how it's supposed to be, or she knows exactly how it's supposed to be. And honestly, most cases, people just don't know, and they just have an idea, they just have a feeling, and that's okay. That's fine. That's what I work with. And so just knowing the difference really helps in how you're communicating to whoever you want to help you fulfill or realize this idea. It's a good thing for you to kind of sit down by yourself and figure out, is this a feeling that I'm chasing, or is it actually an idea that I've developed? And if it isn't, and if it's just a feeling, again, that's great. All you got to do is just develop it and write down things. And so you might ask, how do I develop it? The first thing is, you have to decide on the details. What does that mean? So basically, if I told you to imagine a forest, you would imagine a forest, right? But if I asked you what kind of trees were in the forest, that would change the image drastically. So you could imagine trees. You could basically have imagined an Amazon when I asked you to imagine a forest, right? It's still a forest. You could imagine, a forest that's not too thick, or filled with trees, or a forest that's kind of like spacious. There's a lot of space in between the trees. So those are two widely different things, a forest in the Amazon versus, say Alaska or whatever. Different climate, different animals, different terrain. So basically two different stories. And so it's good to know, or it's good to decide on the details, because once you do that, and that's the biggest thing that changes a feeling into an idea that you can communicate with someone, into an idea that knows what it is and what it's not. And so if I told you to decide to imagine a forest, you have to decide, what kind of trees are they? How tall are they? What season is it? What's the terrain like? Is there a lot of people in it or not? Is it a park, or is it somewhere out in the wild? Is it teeming with wildlife or not? Is it barren? And so once you decide, you start to realize that you were either chasing a feeling, or there's actually a story or something that you want to build around it. And so I know it can be a little convoluted, but we'll just keep it to that. Just decide on the details, and yeah,